Thank you for tuning in to the all-new season of Stories Philippines podcast.
Good evening to all you listeners out there. It's me, Paul, bringing you another spine-tingling story on the Stories Philippines podcast. Tonight's tale is about a playful spirit who wasn't quite ready to leave her home. Sent in by a listener named Leah, this story transports us to a big old house in the heart of General Santos, back in the year 1952. Leah, her mom, and her grandma were staying with a family friend in her spacious house. One quiet afternoon, Leah's mom was busy hanging laundry in the basement, while Leah sat at the top of the basement stairs. She was playing a simple game, rolling a ball down the steps and watching it bounce back up to her as if someone was returning it. This went on for a while, the ball gently rolling down and then mysteriously climbing back up the stairs. Leah didn't think much of it. It was just part of the game. But then her mom turned around, laundry forgotten in her hands, and asked with a start, "Leah, who are you playing with?" Without a hint of fear, Leah replied, "Mrs. Fisher," as if it was the most normal thing in the world. In an instant, her mom raced up the stairs, scooped Leah into her arms, and shut the basement door with a loud thud. You see, Mrs. Fisher was the ghost who claimed the house as her own. Whenever Leah's grandma was alone in the kitchen, cupboards would fly open as Mrs. Fisher tried to make her presence known. After that day, Leah and her family didn't stay in the house much longer. They packed up and moved away, leaving Mrs. Fisher to her games. So, what's the lesson from this ghostly game of catch in General Santos? Sometimes, our playmates may not be who we expect. Even the ones we cannot see might just want a bit of fun. And while it's okay to be curious about the unknown, we should always listen to our instincts and maybe to our moms when it's time to pick up our toys and move on. Thank you for joining me for this chilling episode. Remember, whether you're rolling a ball or simply listening to the night, there's always more to the story than meets the eye. Keep your hearts open and your minds brave. This is Paul from the Stories Philippines podcast, wishing you a night free of unwelcome surprises. Sleep well, and don't let the ghostly games begin.